What's up, y'all? What's up, people, I should say. Let's keep it traditional. How are you? Good to see everybody still out there. Just got back from Rome. We decided not to go to Copenhagen or Switzerland because after 8 or 9 days traveling the country and then ending up in Pompeii and then Rome, and we did about 30 miles of walking. It was pretty crazy, and I'm proud of my kids who didn't give up, sweating, swamp ass, feet tired, knees aching. We kept going and going and going, basically walked the entire city of Rome over 2 days. Colosseum, every ruin you could find. It was phenomenal. My wife got to go to the Gucci store and, made our vacation that much more expensive. You actually had to wait online to get into the Gucci store. It's pretty funny. So, what's going on? Same as always. Everything is pretty good. The only way you can lose money in this market is if you're over trading and you get frightened out of a position. I think I've taken one loss since I've been here. It's because I bought too much of IQ and I got spooked and I decided to sell it. Next thing you know, it was up 2 points anyway. Another phenomenal kind of day today. We're trading stocks. Obviously, it's earnings season, so we're only focusing our attention on Netflix on Tuesday, and then we transferred over to Schlumberger today and Cleveland Cliffs. Whatever's moving, basically, whatever's exciting, using our VWAP, using our multi-day VWAP. And again, I'm not going to go on and on about how awesome our trades are. Really what it comes down to is I know if you're out there and you've been waiting for the velvet rope to be pulled back to let you in the room, I'll start again on Monday, letting, a good 5 or 10 people in every week. That's the only way I can keep track of who's in there. I've got a lot of requests to be a part of what we're doing. And I want to just thank all the new guys that have signed up over the last 2 months. Really, the process has been working for me. I do something that nobody does in this industry. I let you see what I do. I let you behind the scenes see what I do on a daily basis. If you appreciate what I'm trying to lay out there, again, it's not about picks and just following my lead, but following my lead to the point where you're learning why these trades are good trades. So again, fun thing is that I've got a couple of emails about how they're disgruntled about the Tim Sykes service, so they'd like to try me out. By the way, if you're coming from anybody else's chat room, Jason Bond, Tim Sykes, Warrior Trader, whoever it is, and you decide to stay with me, you get an extra month or 2 for free as long as you help me spread the word of who the real master is. So again, there's a little incentive. So if you can prove to me that you weren't a Tim Sykes chat room or a Jason Bond or anybody else out there, guys, and by the way, nobody's taken the Kenny Glick challenge. So I've thrown out the gauntlet. Nobody's responded. I've asked Tim Sykes to challenge me, Jason Bond and his cohorts, Warrior Trader, this other guy who's calling himself Hit the Bid. Nobody responds. I guess they're all afraid because, again, it's a lose-lose situation because no matter what happens, they're going to lose credibility, they're going to lose the contest, they're going to lose their money. So it doesn't matter. Again, I'll raise the stakes if that makes a difference to you. I'll put up $50,000 because no one's going to out-trade me and the way I do what I do. So again, if you are watching this video and if you are associated with any of those people, I'm ready to do a contest for you. Maybe next year we'll schedule this whole thing, get the money in an escrow account, and go to town for a month. Again, if you want to go for more than a month, 2 months, 3 months, any time period you want, the better, because I know I'm going to win. And again, the longer the time period, probably the better for me, because every once in a while I do have a bad month, like February, and next thing you know, March, April, May, June, July are fantastic. So where are we right now? We're liquid. We're liquid and we're loving it. Again, yeah, we got some core positions. You got the sale. You guys excited about that trade now from 1750? It just hit an all-time high yesterday. We decided to take a little bit off the table. ICPT was our new one from 80. Still got some. The thing went over $95 from our entry at 80, so obviously we're selling. 97 was our target. But if you still like this ICPT and you can withstand some of the risks, we're playing it with options right now because the stock's pretty damn expensive and it really does move a lot from time to time. So right now we're rolling into the August hundreds, maybe even looking out to September and December because we do like the stock because if it does break out here, we're looking for another 40 points on it. That's all we're going to talk about as far as stocks. Because right now, you don't need to own stocks. You don't need to swing trade. You don't need to know what's going on. You come in, you play the chart patterns that I demonstrate and I show you, and they're making money 80% of the time on the VWAP retraces, the VWAP kissbacks, the VWAP breaks into the multi-day VWAP, the multi-day VWAP holds reversion back to the VWAP, the 1 minute VWAP hold and the reversal on the VWAP, and the VWAP range break of the 15-minute range break. And we go over this stuff all and over and over and over and over again. And again, if I didn't get to you, please email me again and I will get to you. By September, everybody should be in the room. I've increased the bandwidth. We should be able to fit at least 100, 150 people in there. And again, the reason I do this 5-person, 10-person at a time is because I just basically run the show myself. I finally hired a kid to help me out. Thanks a lot, my grateful servant. And we're just trying to get as many people involved as we possibly can, but we're doing it on my schedule, my pace, because again, this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. If you think you're going to learn how to trade by taking a course or reading a book or sitting in a chat room, it's not going to work like that. It's a combination of all that stuff, and that's what I try to do. And if you really want to learn more about what I do, just email me. You'll get the, it's kennyglick@AOL.com. You'll see at the end of the video. But for now, subscribe, do what you got to do. Hopefully you've been making money. This is possibly the greatest market I've ever seen, and we're almost into unprecedented territory. Again, there's never been a decade where the market hasn't had a significant sell-off. And so far, we've been rallying for 10 straight years now, but it's not officially a decade, meaning 2010 to 2020. So we're almost at that unprecedented stage where generally just based on statistics and probability and historical averages, we've never made it 10 years without a significant move down on the market for at least 1 year. And we're in 2018, we're in July. So really what it comes down to is we got about 2.5 years for something to give. Now, I don't care if it goes down at this point. Obviously we got the QQQ still. We're now no longer in the diamonds. Don't care about Dow 30,000, 40,000. If we break out, we'll get back into the diamonds. But for now, it's earnings season, we're liquid, and we're loving it. Because again, Schlumberger, great short today on the reversal. Goldman Sachs, great short yesterday on the reversal. Netflix, great buy when it broke 350 into another short as it blew the top off at 385 the other day. Then we got into, obviously the list goes on and on and on. And if you really want to know more about what we do, you got to show up to the chat room. So again, StockTwits. I've been associated with StockTwits loosely for the last couple of years, and now we're stepping it up to the point where they're creating a chat room. Now again, it's not going to be like my chat room where we could see the screen right away. But what we're going to do is we're going to organize, we're going to get groups in there together, and StockTwits is launching chat rooms. So the idea is we're all going to gather in there, we're going to give some ideas, it's mostly going to be text and copy and pasting charts, and eventually we're going to evolve to where it's a full streaming service. So what I'm planning on doing is, if this works out, within the next 6 months to 18 months, they're going to build this new chat room around my criteria and what I need, and then I will migrate all my people to StockTwits, and again, we'll take over that website and we'll all live happily ever after. And we'll finally get to see all these people that claim that they never lose any money. Let's see how smart they really are. But really, what it's going to come down to is I'm very excited about working with StockTwits because they got 1.5 million people on that website, and probably 1,495,000 people don't even know who I am. So hello, and hopefully I'll get to know each and every one of you out there. We're on the Benzinga radio program on Monday morning. I had just got off the plane, basically. Got up and did the Benzinga morning prep show from 8 to 9 o'clock. Apparently I killed it. I don't really recall what was going on. I was on 8 cups of coffee just trying to keep the energy levels up. And that's where we are right now. So again, if you're out there and you're having trouble trading, I could show you some basics. It's free. And right now, again, it's free till the end of August. Actually, you know what? Screw it. It's free to Labor Day. So if you contact me right now, get on your computer and say, God damn it, I've been watching your videos for a decade. Let me into your dumb room, please. I'll give you till Labor Day. All right? Labor Day on me. Okay? Because let me tell you something. Things have been phenomenal. Now, trading-wise, let's talk about Alibaba. Because if you I don't want to perpetrate this idea that everything I do is a success. And I bought Alibaba, you know, I did really well with it from the 120 to the 150 area, and then we bought it back at 180, and that was our mistake. And then we finally got to 200. Boom. Bought more at 200. What happened? Bought more at 210, thinking 250 easy. And I'm going to tell you right now, I took a freaking hit on that trade. Big time. Because again, my favorite stock has been Alibaba, and when that thing broke out, I bought the mother load of that thing, and it really hurt. So again, for all these other trades, again, that's none of your concern, right? So what? I blew a lot of money on the Alibaba trade. That means nothing to you, because every day is a brand new day. If you're becoming a day trader, if you want to learn how to do this, I could show you how to do it. You generate your $250, your $300, your $400 a day, and then you'll get to the point where you could blow 10 grand on an Alibaba trade if you feel like it. Again, it was a dumb thing. I started loading up on the 220 calls and the 230s and the 240s. I was out there buying the 250s, and they all went to shit. So hopefully I can make some of that money back on the if they do pop back to 210 or 220. But right now I took an absolute bloodbath in the Alibaba, but it was offset by the ICPT and the rest of the other stocks. The SQ was ridiculous. The IQ, we had the you know, the DDD worked out pretty well for us for a while there. And today Cliff was a phenomenal trade. Yeah, I left 3 grand on the table by taking the profits when we got up to 975 and 985. Didn't think we were going to break 10, and there it went breaking 10. So whatever, left some money on the table on that. But you're not going to make all the money on every trade. Just try to be happy with the meat in the middle. And remember, in the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. Okay? Let that one sink in. In the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. There's so much activity out there. There's so many opportunities to make money. Just find a little bit out of all this stuff and take what you got to get. Take what you got to get. Get what you got to get. Get what you need. Bada boom, bada bing. Bada book, bada boom. Anyway, in the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. Only people that are just trading out of their minds right now aren't making money in this market. Or if you're just fighting the world and shorting it. Okay, because generally your short trades, even though the Schlumberger was a nice short, Square was a decent short today, you can't stay short stocks. And if you want to take anything away from this video, just remember this saying. Shorting is short-lived. You just can't stay short. Legitimate stocks. If you're going to play pump and dumps like INNT and RKDA and GBR or whatever the hell those stocks are, these dollar stocks that rip to $12, generally they go back down to 0, yes. But if you're trading legitimate stocks, you're buying the dip on Twitter when it was getting smoked the other day. You're buying the dip on Netflix when it opened up down under 350. We're not going down. We might not be powering it to all-time highs right now, but inevitably when we break out, probably going right to down 30,000 and then to 40,000. Is it going to happen this year? I don't know. Maybe we just sit around and do nothing all year. I don't care. Consolidation usually leads to breakouts, and if it leads to a breakdown, guess what? I'll be shorting the diamonds. So again, liquidity is the name of the game right now. I hope you all are having a great summer. Just email me. I'll get to you as soon as I possibly can. Remember, there's no rush to trade. I'm going to be doing this probably for the rest of my life because right now we've got a really nice flow of energy going. I do my 9:30 to 12. We generally take a lunch break for about a half an hour or an hour. And then I got the guys that I've trained pretty well who come on and talk about more VWAP and go over the trades that we went and did in the morning, usually between 1 and 3 o'clock. I come back at 3 o'clock and we all have a powwow kind of a schmooze where all my moderators and I talk and we game plan for maybe to trade the end of the day, or we start preparing for what we think might happen tomorrow. And that's the process, and it's been really working. And the process of me letting people in for free for a month, month and a half has been great because, listen, obviously it's going to be a lot easier for you to pay for something that I'm offering if I've already made you the money to pay for what I'm offering. And that's my business plan. Let me try to make you money so you can afford to hang out with the master for the rest of your life. All right? I hope you all have a great weekend. KennyGlick at AOL.com. And just for, I forgot to put it on, but Greta Van Fleet has a new song, When the Curtain Falls. We'll play it out. you, buddy.